We also have Major Mohommed Shah, who's now joining us on the broadcast. Major Shah, thank you so much for taking the time out. We're given to understand that a very, very big announcement has now been made by the Ministry of Home Affairs. The Ministry of Home Affairs has given a reservation to the Agniveers after their stint with the Agnipath scheme. There's also an age limit now that has been increased. Relaxation has been given by the Home Ministry. Do you think that this is going to help calm the tempers?
Oh, well, this would definitely help calm the tempers, but more than this, what would have actually have helped would have been, instead of relaxing, then this gives a sign to people who are opposing the scheme that the government had not done their research, their homework, and they had not thought of it carefully. It was a knee-jerk reaction, and they just launched the scheme, right? So now, instead of doing this, it would have been a better idea had they come out and spoken to the protesters and made them understand that no. What you are thinking is not true. The whole scheme is to empower you. The whole scheme is to get you, now by making amendments now, it actually shows that you are in a shaky position, right? So while it might help in calming down tempers, but I don't think, again, that the boys are going to be satisfied with that alone. But I have served in the army, did the short service stint. I have also served with the Assam Rifles. So I think I could be a slightly bit qualified to comment on this, because while we serve in the army, we go on deputation as army officers. We go on deputation to the Assam Rifles, whereas the soldiers of the Assam Rifles are not army personnel. They are direct Assam Rifles personnel, and they're recruited directly for the Central Armed Police Force only. Now, when you give them a 3-year leeway or you increase the upper age limit, it should calm the tempers. That's what the government is thinking, right? But it would have been a wiser move that instead of making any amendments, you could have, stuck on to your old scheme, but you should have educated the youth. I'm very little surprised about it. Our Prime Minister, who is an excellent leader, excellent orator, he connects with the awam, with the public so well, and people actually listen to him. They actually genuinely respect him as their leader. When he communicates so well, I do not understand why and how his party, his team is not being able to communicate to the awam in the right way. This whole protest is not about 3 years or 4 years or about 17 to 21 or 23. No. I see the whole thing as a gross miscommunication. As the government says this is there to empower you, well, the same thing happened in the farmers' protest, where the government was saying it is actually in their favor only, it's meant to empower the farmers. They should have rather have come out and explained to them. So I believe now this will actually, it could also backfire the other way, Paridhi, which means the protesters might feel, oh, by protesting, I believe at Jantar Mantar, these people have been protesting. They have been doing a peaceful protest for months now. That's what I've been told. And no one heard them. And when they resorted to unlawful means, unfortunately, they should not have. It is condemnable, and they are doing their own loss by arson and getting into violence and unlawful means. That is the time when they find that now the government is reacting and they are softening the stand. This could also encourage them with their protests further. So both ways, I've given you one thing as, okay, it will help calm the tempers. It could also backfire the other way. What is actually the need of the hour is to come out, communicate, give them the pros, no cons, because if there are cons, you would not really do it. You would first experiment. You would launch a pilot project. But since you did not do that, you obviously perceive, the way I perceive it as, I perceive it as only beneficial for the youth. I see the youth getting empowered. Why? Because I got empowered by a short service stint. And it helped me in very good stead, Paridhi. Today, whatever I am, the stature that I have, that I hold, I'm nothing. But my rank ahead of my name is everything for me. And that is what made me. So even if these people are not entitled for ex-servicemen benefits or maintain the rank, but they would be known as Agniveer forever, right? So that itself is a very, very big thing. So I am hardcore in favor of the scheme. Now the trouble is, why and how should the government actually resolve it? The only means is one thing only one thing. That is communication, Parvi.